Start the Z, my dog over here. What's going on, everybody? I got my 16th century one-handed sword. You can probably make an argument for a bastard sword, but I would say no. What's up, Carol, Heather, JL? It's me, Fat Herb. How you doing? Anthony Nicholas. Is that Greek? That sounds Greek. Good Greek names. Grumpy Italian. What's up, buddy? Hedda Diane. Big brother Charles Sullivan. What's going on? Louisiana High Right. Tomas. 13-1 King. Heaven Sent. What's up? God bless the Aussies. And my WOG friend, Gary. Where's my buddy Mobland, too? That's hilarious when he says that. Marky Mark, what's up, man? What's up, James? Who else do I see in here? Biggs, what's going on, man? Damn it, Mandy! That name's funny. Minnie DeMucha, what's going down? I heard those people, Roscoe and Mudgy, what's up? We love the dog. I heard those people died, sadly. Zio Edwin, Uncle Edwin, what's going on? I heard those people passed away, very sad. In that little submarine type thing. You know, one of the very first submarines was in the American Revolutionary War. It was called the Turtle. What's up, Carol Quill and the other Carol? JV 293. Yeah, submarine imploding. That's nuts. They said that I heard there was no pain though. At least these people didn't suffer. It was just a quick one. At least they didn't suffer. Uncle Edwin, JL. Stop myself and Angels chat. FBI. Well, they've done some disgusting things. So I hear you. B1, what's up? What's going up? What's going down? Did you see the video of the Russian guy getting eaten by a shark? No, where is that? Tony Silo, what's up? Where's the Russian guy getting eaten by a shark? What do you mean? I've seen Dawn Blanchett get eaten by Telecom down in SeaWorld. I feel bad for Dawn and her family, but doing that to the whales isn't nice. Doing that to I don't like SeaWorld. I don't like circuses. None of that stuff. Actually got in a scuffle with an elephant trainer before. Pretty proud of it myself. I hate them. Spencer's drink reviews and chugs. I knew a Spencer's trick store where I used to buy those little things that would blow up cigarettes and faces. I used to give them to my cousins and stuff, and the cigarettes would blow up in their face, and they'd kick my ass. Vito, how you doing? His family watched it happen. What family? Oh, that was the guy who blew up in the tank in the submarine. De Ghosto, what's going on? Montauk, Vito, what's up, bro? I had fun going on the bodega tonight. I had a good time on the bodega, talking cards and stuff. And matter of fact, I even wanted to show the Dow Strawberry. I don't have many cards because I lost them in a fire. I lost my best cards in the fire at Vinny's house when Vinny died. And I also lost a lot of stuff in the fire at Rudolph's house. Jennifer Baez, how you doing? But this is the Dow Strawberry rookie card. It's not worth nothing, really. But I'm a big Strawberry fan. No, it's not worth nothing. No. Probably a few bucks, maybe. Like, I lost all my cards. I just find little stragglers that I must have put away years ago. Like, this card ain't worth nothing. But I like it. Because I'm a Strawberry fan. It's him on the Dodgers. Marshall Faulk card. It was the back of it. What's up, C? Marshall Faulk. This was a Yankee that I loved. Alfonso Soriano. His rookie card, Alfonso Soriano. But these cards ain't worth nothing. And my Tito Martinez. I used to have real good cards, but like I said, I lost them in a fire. Lost, and I even hate talking about it. because I had a lot of good ones. Thank God I gave a lot of them to my nephew. I gave, including my George Brett rookie card. Thank God. So that didn't perish in the fire. So that's the only really good thing I can say about that. What's up, Cantaloupe Jones? I had a couple strawberry autographs. So do you? Really? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I was a Roscoe. What's up? Yeah, I was a fan of him and Dwight Gooden, the '86 Mets. Even though I'm a Yankee fan, but I've always hated the Red Sox. Even though I respect the Red Sox, the rivalry is the best. What's up, Brian G? Montauk, what's up? But I am a Yankee person at heart. Even though I hate sport, I don't follow Major League Sports. It's all about the money and tradings and the Michael Jordan card. I had some White Sox Michael Jordan rookie. Shady J, what's going on? I actually, somewhere around here, I have a 1984. No, I'm sorry. An 87 Flair. Well, the same year as Stockton and Reggie Miller's cards, the rookies in there. I had the Jordan, but it's off-centered, and it's destroyed almost. Like, the card wouldn't even get a 1 to be graded, but it's still cool to hold on to. The John Elite rookie card I sold many years ago for $15,000. The Johnny Oletto rookie card, I believe he came up with the Lucchese Sluggers, and then he was traded to the Gambino Glovers. So it was a big trade. I would like to apologize to everyone, especially Maddie. You all were right about Deadly A.K. Joe. He just posted my 2-year-old girl with autism and my telephone. Is that a troll or is that true? Really, that's sad. I'm sorry that happened, if that's even true. What's up, little fella? What's going down, dude? That's a content creator from the Dirkleverse right there. I don't know if you people are into the Dirkleverse or the Workyverse. If you are, go give him a sub. He's actually a good dude, and he loves pit bulls. He's got some cool pit bull stuff. Give his channel a sub. But he put your autistic kid. Is that? I don't even know if that's really the girl though. So, but I hope that's not true. I hope that's a troll account who came in here. But if that is, should it surprise you? He was doxing my cousin's cousin and saying it was Maddie, which you could tell by the voice it wasn't him. But still, I feel bad that they did that. They shouldn't be putting no children out there. Leave little kids alone. He asked me to attack someone I want to. It's my daughter. Yeah, I'm sorry about that then, if that's really the person. Yeah, that sucks. Scooter Beggins, what's up? There's another Dirkleverse creator and Workyverse stuff. He's another one if you want to check out that community. Sub to him and little me. Oh, little STF, what's up? Got some Dirkleverse people in here. I got to do a stream this week on the Dirkleverse. I always say that, but I got to go do an update on the Dirkleverse over there. I see Uncle Edwin, Grandino. Where is Grandino? I don't see him. Red Eye Patriot. There's another one from the Dirkleverse with content. You Dirkleverse people, drop your links. If people want to sub to him, go check it out. Oh, man from Detroit. What's up, my brother? What's going down? This has been a buddy of mine for the longest time. Longest time. Oh, man. It's so good to see you. Shit. This is... It's up to Turkey for... Yeah. He's out of his mind. I've watched... it was funny, that Moses Heap song. What's up, Prince? I don't see no Princes. That Heap song he did about the Gobble character, that was good. These boots are made for walking. He flipped it up. That was classic. It's a classic one. But my old Dirk favorite songs were probably the Tom Petty ones. I wish you would do Skanks' Paradise over. because it was low. That was one of my all-time favorites also. Oh, The Prince, Machiavelli. The Ghost of Niccolo Machiavelli. Yes, Machiavelli is one of my favorites. 100%. Machiavelli's got some great quotes. And he survived some turbulent times. For sure. Yeah, I usually listen to the audiobooks. I like Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. I listen to Sun Tzu's audiobook, Machiavelli's, stuff like that. It's cool. What's he said? Men should either be indulged or utterly destroyed. And if you do injury to someone, make sure the injury is done where he can't take vengeance against you. I'm paraphrasing, but Machiavelli's got some great quotes. If you're going to do injury to a man, do it so where he can't retaliate against you. Some great quotes in The Prince. He was inspired by Cesare Borgia, the Prince. If Cesare Borgia did not get syphilis and stupidly ride into the enemy's camp and get killed, they were carving out their own kingdom out of the families of the Romana and taking over a lot of castles in central Italy. Oh, we need a Tonto rookie card. Yeah, it shows him home invading an old lady. Like decapitation? Oh, what, like cutting a head off? No, this wouldn't cut. Would this cleave a head on a horse? Yes. If I was riding a horse and I came, because this is full tang. This is if I went back in time and handed this to somebody on a battlefield, it's a real sword. It's battle ready and full tang. If I was riding down on a horse and I swung this, I'm going to take your head off. But not off a horse if I was just regular. This ain't, because you got to think also, this is a 16th century sword. If you notice, the tip gets thinner and the bottom gets bigger as it goes. This is for getting into the clinks of armor. As armor changed, so did swords. As Yanks, what's up? Petey, what's going on? As the armor changed, so did swords. I have my Crusader sword over there. That's like a butcher's cleaver compared to this. Like this is to get in between the chain link mail and the armor. But a good sword always bends well. See how it bends? This is real nice. It's actually very sharp too. If you don't know how to that's why I always wear sword gloves with these. These gloves ain't just regular black gloves. Look how long they are. They're friggin' sword gloves. Deus Vult. Yes, Christiana Rex. Christ is King, exactly. I'm an old school Roman Catholic. You guys want carpenter? Carpenter? If I can be a carpenter and you can be now a trans lady, no way. You get your thing cut off anyways, but you can never have a baby. Heavy in the shop, not a good mix. In a way, Cantaloupe. It depends. Swords are all different. Like, hold on a second. See this baby right here? This is a butcher's. This is like a cleaver compared to this. This is the sword we won the Crusades with right here. This is a Knights Templar sword. The average sword somebody in the 11th century would have back then. I'm going to show you the difference in these swords right here. I'm going to show you the big difference in this sword. Look at the tip. Oh, I should flip that around. See how thick this one is compared to this? How thin that is? And this is for hacking. This is for this Crusader sword. This breaks bones. This is a bone breaker. Like even back then when the knights had chainmail, the whole nine, you would smash somebody with chainmail. You would smash them in the arm and break their arm. What's up, Santini? You'd break their arm with this. So whatever this hits, this is a heavy sword. Whatever this hits, it's breaking. Even if you got chainmail on, and back in the 11th century, most soldiers were fitted with chainmail, not much armor. In case you're rich, the average foot soldier just had chainmail. and you can break arms, collarbones. Forget about it. Look up wall push-ups. I don't know what that is. Roscoe, what's going on, man? I'm working on a stone tomahawk. Really? Oh, I love tomahawks. Those are cool. Tomahawks are real cool. I knew this Narragansett Indian dude who was making tomahawks, but he gave me his number and I lost it. It's a long time ago, though. What's up, Dub? Simon Baker, the touchdown maker. What's going on? But I wish I had that tomahawk. They're pretty badass. Patriot. The movie The Patriot? That's the Swamp Fox. Francis Merriam, his name was. The movie The Patriot was based off a real man named Francis Merriam. They called him the Swamp Fox. He had allies with the Lumbee tribes and the swamps, the whole nine. And he fought a guerrilla war against the Brits. Did you see the trailer for the new Christopher Nolan movie? No, I didn't, James. I didn't see it. No. What's Dirk been up to the Dirkleverse? Why did they use the scimitar? The Arabian? Oh, the Arabs? Well, even the Europeans have one. It's called a falchion. Because they were mostly on horseback. It delivers a hard blow. Back then, it was a lot of chainmail, not so much armor. Only the rich had it. So those kind of swords would do a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Because you're hurting people more by hitting them than thrusting in. Because, like I said, the chainmail would block the thrust in the armor. So you, even with armor on, you smash somebody with this, their head's going to ring. What's up, Combat Merchant? Combat Merchant. Don't pull your shit in here, PL. No selling, no usury going down there, pal. But basically, they would come down with this and break an arm, break whatever they hit. And this would chop a head off easy. Well, there's a thing on YouTube, you can look it up. A guy who bought this exact sword made a human replica of a head. And he comes in like this. And like, you know, like I said in that movie, the Posta di Falcone. He comes in like this. Let me knocking my hat off over here. And cracks him right in the head. And boy, it did a lot of damage to this dummy. To this little dummy thing, it did a lot of damage. It cut like halfway into his head. Just chilling. Oh, his dog Yanks, just chilling's dog's badass, man. Yes, God of the Hawk. That's right, B1. That's correct. The really weird green tights with fun. No, he didn't. And there was Robin Hood is not based off one single figure in history. He's based off a couple of different figures in history and stuff like that. He's not based off one single person. I think they did a terrible job. They made a movie about 10 years ago with Russell Crowe, Kate Blanchett, and it was called Robin Hood, and I thought it sucked. I thought it was stupid. It was stupid. I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it. What morning? Good medieval weapons of warfare. What subject is smart? No subject. I'll show you a shield. This is called a heater shield. I've showed it before. These are much easier to switch, let's say if you're on horseback, than a kite shield. A kite shield's very good. A kite shield's much longer than this. This is only about yay wide, this big. This is more easier to maneuver on horseback. Let's say if you're fighting this way or fighting that way, you know, much easier to get over onto the left to the right from the horse. So the heater shield became more popular to cavalry soldiers and stuff like that. But the best shield on the ground, I believe, would be the kite shield. Wolfson, what's up, man? The kite shield would be better. And I'll show you this one, too. I've showed it before, too. This is a regular foot soldier's war hammer. This is a war hammer from an average foot soldier would be given this. These would be given to the foot soldiers. Why? Because swords and stuff like that are very expensive. They would usually give them things that could be made a lot. Like these are easier to make. And this might look thin and skinny, but this will mess you up. Like I had someone leave a comment before, like that thing will break. That don't look too thick or big. Oh yeah, this is battle ready. This will work. Don't get me wrong. If you're beating someone for an hour with it, with armor on, yeah, it might break a little. Who knows? Could even bust off. But usually, they would have extra ones around. These are mostly available to the foot soldiers. The Dark Ages kind of blow my mind. Nick Capone, what's up, man? Wait, deadly not long. Community post, shotgun there, load of pills. I don't know what that means, but all I know is that they shouldn't be doxing little kids, man. These people are sick. That's a Braveheart. Goes right through the same armor as a skull. That's in Braveheart. Goes through the armor. Yeah, that wouldn't go through the armor. What are you talking about in Braveheart? Braveheart was not historically accurate. It was a great movie. I love Braveheart. Don't get me wrong. I watch it. I can rewatch it. I love it. But it was historically fucking bullshit. The Scots would have been dressed just like the English. They wouldn't have had kilts back then. They wouldn't have had blue faces neither. They wouldn't have been armed with pitchforks. And it was called the Battle of Stirling Bridge because there was a bridge, not like in the movie where there was no bridge. It's called the Battle of Stirling Bridge because there was a fucking bridge. And the bridge is huge to the reason why they won the battle. But there's Hollywood for you. But I love Mel, don't get me wrong. Love Gibson, love Hunter Gibson. Hunter has the same religion as I do, as Mel's father. But Braveheart, not historically accurate. Oh, this will do damage. Well, if you have armor on, that's why this is armor piercing. It's going to pierce the armor, especially this beak. This is what you call a beak. This is the beak. You can bury this in armor. And not only that, just hitting it is going to shake you. You know what I mean? Listen, I've been hitting the head with hammers with helmets on. Even with an iron helmet, a steel helmet, your head rings. Your head rings. That your head's like in Game of Thrones. I'm going to ring your head like a bell. It's the truth. Forget Road Warrior? Yeah. That's funny. That's another reason at the Battle of Agincourt, when Henry V had his soldiers dressed all in light armor and stuff so they could be more maneuverable, fighting the French aristocracy on horseback and decked out in all full plate armor. It was a smart move by him. Petey says Deadly is trying to consistently dox people. Yeah, he gets the wrong doxes. He was doxing Cat, which is Damien's cousin. I don't even watch YouTube, man. They were doxing him and his child, the whole nine. And I was telling them it's not him. I even played a video showing his voice. Like, you can't tell that's not him. And if you can't tell the other guy's accent, well, you're stupid. Doesn't sound like a Rhode Islander to me. But he could be. Could have moved to Rhodey at a certain age. But ridiculous. One thing I don't like is he's doxing people. Look, I get if somebody's doxing the shit out of you and they keep looking up your family, well, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But you get one little disagreement with somebody, a spat, or you make fun of them, they go dox somebody. That's stupid. Playing Rags, what's up, man? What's up, Jason? I'm all right. Alfred the Great built loads of military forts to guard against the future Viking invasions. Yeah. He did, and so did the King of France. That's another reason why he gave the Duchy of Normandy, created the Duchy of Normandy for the Vikings, the Norsemen. Spanish kettle. Edwin's got a channel now, guys, if you don't know. Give him a sub. He's got a channel. We've had some good streams on there talking about the old Bronx and him telling us some cool stories. They didn't know everything the Vikings invaded. They got paid in silver after. True. Yeah, the Vikings. Imagine if the Vikings were all a united kingdom, like one united kingdom. Oh, my God. They would have had a huge empire. But they're No, they would go. Some people would pay them off. They'd go away. Sometimes they wanted land. It all depends which Viking you're dealing with and what's his motivations and stuff, and what's he want for him and his warriors, his Viking band. But I'll tell you one thing: there wasn't no women on them Viking ships. There wasn't no shield maidens fighting, invading countries. That's just ridiculous. Emma really still believes the fake history of our world. No, I don't believe the fake history. I believe you're always learning a history. Always learning. Bruno, how do you like Miss Midsummer? It's midsummer right now. It's just the beginning. Pro Second Amendment. Good man. Good man. What about guns? Guns came along in the 15th century. Gunpowder was started by the Asians, invented by them in Asia, and then it moved over to. I believe the French were the first to acquire gunpowder in Western Europe and use it in Italy to blow down castles. Big time. Well, like I said, everything changes. That's why armor became obsolete, basically. But some armor will stop a mini ball from so far away, you know. If you're far away, if it just randomly hits you, it will stop it, but not up close. What's up, Mike? Facing a machine gun for the first time? Oh, no. Picture World War One when they first seen them tanks. Picture what that must have been like. Seeing these tanks and these guns fire out. No, guns never hurt a person. People hurt people. That's why you take away firearms from good citizens, you're just going to have more chaos. Bad guys are always going to have guns. If you had all good people, if you gave guns to everybody and everybody had guns, there'd be less gun use, believe it or not. Because people don't want to rob people or cause trouble with people with firearms on their hips. When you go to when I was in Virginia and I go to these little redneck towns, nobody's breaking in their houses because they know every one of them's got a bunch of guns. That's for sure. The monks who wrote the history. It depends. Yeah, don't get me wrong. History is written by human beings who have biases, 100%. You can just look at Shakespeare. Shakespeare was Henry Tudor, Henry VII, the Earl of Richmond, who became Henry VII, who defeated Richard III on the Battle of Bosworth Field in 1487. Shakespeare was the Tudors' propagandist. Just like in Rome with Livy and other historians, they favored certain generals and certain emperors. That's why I like George R. Martin's books. I don't like the degeneracy in them, but I do like how people tell history according to who's reading that history. Because remember, who writes the history? The victors. Whoever wins the war writes the fucking history. If me and Mike Wall just went in a room right now with two knives and tried to kill each other, whoever comes out of that room tells the story. If I win, I can make up any lie. I could say, he threw an overhand trying to chop me from the top. I ducked, did a backflip, blah, blah, blah. I could tell all kinds of bullshit lies. Oh, Bella Rose, grazie. What's going on? God bless you and your family and the baby. Kenneth, how you doing, man? Yeah, glad to catch the live for sure, man. Most gun free. Yes, Kevin, you're correct. She has a channel also. Two men. Yeah, exactly. That's why they should bring dueling back. Public dueling. If you brought back dueling, there'd be a lot of less slander and people doing that to each other, I'll tell you that. They've been using Nazi propaganda since before that war. Yeah, you're right, B1. Of course they have. Without a doubt. But basically, when it comes to war and people writing history, like I said, the victors write the history, and the historians at that time are not going to bash the current kings, especially, like I said, Shakespeare lived in England, right? You think he's going to bash Henry VII and big up Richard III, the Yorkist? And no, he's going to stick with the Lancastrian. That's just how it goes. Like, look at all the lies he said about Richard III, the last Plantagenet king, who died on the Battle of Bosworth Field. You heard in Shakespeare, which is a lie. A kingdom for a horse. That's bullshit. A kingdom for a horse. And they said Richard was hunchback and he was a crone. It's like, what are you talking about? He commanded the right flank of his brother's cavalry at Shrewsbury, at the Battle of Towton. He's fought in many battles. He was a proven warrior and a proven general. It just shows you how, what's up, Truck? How history is, and the people at the time writing the propaganda and all that stuff, how it goes. Same shit with Caesar, Mark Antony, Augustus, all of them. Like, it's just, and like I said, even on our history right now, who writes the history, the winners of the wars? And who gets to push their propaganda and their stuff? The people who control the countries. Whatever country you're in or whatever. We don't know our world history, Indian templates, total proof. We do and we don't. We know our world history, but a lot of things aren't true. But you can never, who knows? We weren't there. You got to take the word of some of these. What you got to do is you got to look at both sides. Like me, I studied the Lancastrian side propaganda, and then I studied what's left of the Yorkist propaganda, to get, and out of them both, you got to decide what's true and what's not. Oh, Great Britain, a lot of history in Great Britain. Forget about it. I was just talking about the Wars of the Roses between the House of York and the House of Lancaster. That's who George R. Martin was inspired for the Starks and Lannisters. For the Starks and Lannisters. What's up, Dirt Level? Dirt Devil, Dirt Level. But yeah, very interesting history. I've always studied English history. Well, European history. Not all, but most European history. Do I believe in landing on the moon? Man, I don't know. I'm ignorant to it. But I hear a lot of people saying it was fake. Some people said it was real. I don't know much about it. I've never looked into it. So I'm ignorant to it. So I don't know. It's possible they faked it. It's possible it's real. I just don't know much. I didn't look up into anything of it, so I don't know. People on the phone from the moon? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know Plan Rags. Like I said, I'm ignorant to the topic, so I can't really answer. The Tudors and the Stuarts interest me. Yeah, the Tudors and the Stuarts are interesting. The Tudors more, though, I believe. I don't think we landed on the moon personally. There's a lot of people that think like that, Nick. I just never seen the videos of the arguments against it and all that, and I don't know much about the moon landing anyways, besides what we learned in school. But of course the CIA and things can fake stuff. Look at Operation Hummingbird. Hummingbird. That was the Light of the Long Knives. Van Allen belts, period. I don't know what Van Allen belts are. Yeah, see, I'm ignorant to that. Yeah, flat Earth is a weird thing. I don't believe in that. Big Tuna, what's up, man? I just don't know much about the moon stuff. And I know there's a lot of people that are dispelling things and saying it's not true. I just haven't read up on it or checked any of that stuff. So giving my opinion on it, I'd sound like an asshole. Now, Heaven, too, don't believe in it. Yeah, there's a lot. I've heard people say things came out in the last year or so, a few years, that people said something about the flag wouldn't wave or something. I don't know, like if the flag would wave or it wouldn't because of the oxygen. And I did see something. Okay, someone posted this thing where Buzz Lightyear and all these guys, Buzz Aldrin, they were jumping around and it was a movie set. It was weird shit. I only watched it for a few seconds. Oh, they're the radiation belts that surround the Earth? Okay. All right, I didn't know that. Thanks. See, that's why I like talking about this stuff. I always learn shit from the chat. But that's the end of the argument, really. Well, yeah, they said that the flag wasn't waving, and they showed them in some sort of like movie making stuff. They were it looked like they were filming something. It was weird. Do I believe in aliens? Not like little green men, but listen, God created the universe. Who knows what other things God created? I don't know. A Stanley Kubrick production? Really? Did Christopher Columbus go to Puerto Rico? Yes. Glass in the ceiling was used in the oh, CIA actors, yeah, news people, people in the media. The only CIA people work in Hollywood and all that stuff. Oh my God. Yeah, Walter von Braun. Yes, he was a German scientist. So no, after the war, they took all the scientists. England, USSR, America. They were Russian for the scientists, Russian to get them. And von Braun, the V2 rocket's named after my father. I remember my father talking about that when I was a kid. The CIA, the real drug dealers, yeah, I believe they drop drugs off in neighborhoods and shit. They say that the wires on the flag make it look straight up, and then Kubrick directed the moon footage. NASA found also gravestones, Bible passage about the fireman. Really interesting. Yeah, I got to check up on that, because I remember the video they sent me, but I didn't pay much attention or watch it much. The Manhattan Project, yes. I know what that is. Pain Like Bane, what's up? I like that soccer thing you posted. They look like real people, man. That was a video game. Wow. Walter von Braun told the world, really? What did he say? They weren't on the moon? I got to check up into that. Maybe do something on it on here or something. What's up, Yanks? Stone. Say, drop off some drugs in my head so I can get rich. Nick's funny, man. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, drop off a couple of million over there. I'd like to grab it. For sure. I've seen the Mars rover on Earth. It showed it on Mars back was exactly the same. Really? What would they get out of? All right, I know what they would get out of faking that, beating the Russians to the moon and all that stuff, and making us look like we went to the moon and all that. But yeah, I gotta check up on it more. The Philadelphia experiment sounds very familiar. That sounds familiar. Cartel together. I like that novella from Kane, Playing Rags. Yeah, Kane does good with the novellas. Going to see the Titanic? No, thank you. Yeah, I'm with you, Mike. No, thank you. R.I.P. to them people. That must have sucked. They said it was not painful, though, so that's a good thing. Imagine if everyone knew God did. Yes, Playing Rags. If everybody, like people say, oh, well, it's all faith. I know God exists because that's my faith. But if God could prove it right now to everybody, but what would that be? He wants to see that you have faith, because he could prove it if he wanted. But then everybody would, it's all about faith. They must keep believing there's no God. Yeah, been binge watching the Emmy Files, Tomas. Really, Tomaso? The Emmy Files. Fucking deranged Bonnie Rubble looking gimp. I have 50-year-old white guys next to time. You might have success. There's a huge bureaucracy. Ron showed the world on his gravestone. God's Bible is accurate. The Crayon Files. The crayon, 24 pack of Crayola, gone in a moment. Gone in a moment. Sick puppy. I wonder if he takes the paper off the crayon before he eats it. Or he just melts it. What's up, Albanian Syndicate? Did you see that dude's Doberman puppy? Beautiful dog. Beautiful pup. NASA will never go confess thing. No, we don't. 100% easy for the research. Emmy fisting body eating calamandria. He just wants it to Leonardo da Vinci that I put up a spacecraft at the top of one of his paintings. Did he really? Da Vinci did. Yeah, that puppy's beautiful, dude. Without a doubt. I thought he said Def Leppard. Does he take the paper off? I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I don't know. Maybe he shreds them with a knife. Puts them on like sprinkles on ice cream. I'm not sure. The sick fuck. Like all these stool pigeons on here. They're all sick, demented freaks. Wokeness blew up that sub. You can't help but to laugh at the helmet files, the material. And you join Uncle Dean doing me at 5 a.m. If I'm up, I will. I don't know if I'm going to be up. If I'm up, I will. Novella was hilarious, but yeah, the submarine was terrible. They lied about that thing when it imploded that deep. Don't believe the horrible news, though. Well, they found wreckage of it, correct? They found some wreckage of it. Make Quayon Spankles. Make Quayon Wagon. Well, how the hell can people still watch FBI? I don't know, playing rags. Some people are bored and they just want to watch something. Who knows? And explosive decompression. Well, I mean, it blew up from it just blew up like just blew the hell up. Or did it fold in on them? That's got to be. It's like being in a car compact and getting freaking squashed. Not too fun. Squish them? Oh my god. Were the chariots of fire actually spacecraft? I don't think so. Just like when the Blessed Mother appeared in Fatima. I believe that's real. You think that whole town lied when the Blessed Mother appeared? You know, whether it shows the word actually happened. Hold on. Yeah, people like watching train wrecks. That's why it's still giving him a view. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. They like watching train wrecks. My Shy Hooker, what's up, man? Shy Hooker's got some good JFK stuff on his channel. Got some good documentaries. Check them out. Yeah, in my opinion, you should ignore them people. You can see images on Mars, but not 2 miles in the ocean. That's a good point, huh? But not in the. Have they ever been to the bottom of the ocean? What's the deepest level of the ocean? Yeah, Uncle Edwin, it's very powerful going down so far. To cover up the story about Biden's corruption. The son is a rabid crackhead prosty lover. Boy, is he a crack monster. Forget about it. Biden's son is a scumbag. He married his brother's wife. It's like, dude, this ain't 1624. You just got off the Mayflower, pal. You don't marry. He must have wanted to be his brother so bad his whole life, envied Bo, and he took his wife and screwed her over, too. dirtbag, great uncle scumbag. Like if you're, let's say if you did, I don't know, if you lived back in the 1600s, you did have to marry your brother's wife if he died, wouldn't you be really good to her because that's your nephew's mother? Guy's a delinquent. Well, his daughter said that, what did Creepy Joe's daughter say in that journal, in her little journal? She said she took a shower with her father. She remembers taking showers with him. Creep. I don't believe any big politicians can get where they are in case they were blackmailed, sexually blackmailed. Like in Epstein's house, all that blackmail. That's why they had them cameras. That's what the CIA and Mossad do, is they sexually blackmail people. That's what Epstein's mansion was, Manhattan townhouse. All the way. It was an intelligence gathering operation to frame and blackmail actors, politicians, royalty, all kinds of stuff. We're God's creation. We are God's creation. There's no other life anywhere but here. I agree with you, Playing Rags. But if there was any other life, God made it and God created it. Deepest part of the ocean, the Mariana Trench. Where is that located? I never seen an alien either. I'm not really into somebody who believes in them, but if God did make a big universe, it's possible. Rhode Island? There ain't a Rhode Island? Yeah, there is. It's been around for a long time. There's one of crazy footage in those tapes. The image and the amount of crazy footage on those Epps tapes. Oh, I can imagine. The deepest part is approximately 10,935 meters. Wow. 35,800 feet deep near Guam in the Pacific. Oh, okay. Living organism that can pass Van Allen belt. Oh, okay. All right. Why can't they? They'll burn up or something? Like catch on fire? I've seen a few aliens on YouTube. Oh, the Devil's Triangle, Edwin. That's Uncle Edwin. That's very interesting. The Devil's Triangle. Fascinating. So many planes and stuff have been lost there, and boats and stuff. The trench is 69 millimeters, 120 millimeters deep. Wow, Shy Hooker, that's tapped. Do you think there's got to be some animals down there, like sea animals that are alive down there? There's got to be. It's got to be like some big ass fucking kraken or something down there. A sea otter. Or some deformed little corky baby seal living down there. Radiation? Oh, okay. Gotcha. A sea otter? A sea otter. I don't know if a sea otter. It's possible. No, it'll be horrible things. The video Epstein Island. They would never, heaven sent. They would never, ever show Epstein's tapes. Those are locked away in some alphabet letter CIA friggin' MI5 Mossad friggin' They're locked away. There's only a very few powerful people who have seen them, without a doubt. Picture the filth and degeneracy that's on there. Probably blow your mind. Well, it wouldn't, because you know how these people work. But still. Epstein's suicide, was it faked? It's possible. It's possible he's on a beach somewhere. But I personally think they whacked him out and killed him. But then again, on the other hand, what does that send messages to other pedo freaks? When you're in trouble, we're going to leave you. So maybe they did save him, maybe not. But he definitely didn't hang himself. They killed his ass. Or they killed some fake body. Or some fake guy who looked like him. weighed as much as him, because I don't believe they did an autopsy on the prick. No fucking autopsy. Yeah, I believe they killed him too. But it is possible. I know a few people think he might be on an island somewhere. That's possible, but I think they would whack him out, because what if he was ever seen by somebody? You know what I mean? Who knows? There's a lot of different beliefs. All right, Heaven says she thinks it was faked. Yeah, hey, Anthony, how's a long time no see, man? Yeah, autism awareness all day long. I got my autism pins and stuff like that on my shirts. We have the annual autism walk for autism up here, and my family's got a team. And the family members go there earlier and volunteer to set up for the day. They have rides, pony rides, games, bouncy things, all kinds of shit for the kids. All kinds of stuff for the kids. I feel real sorry for his family. Yeah. You think we'll ever see another Vinnie Green, Danny Trio, Muscle again? Of course you will. Is the sky friggin' blue? Come on. You knew that question before you even answered it, before you even asked it. Of course we will. Without a doubt. There's probably 5 of them around right now, dude. The government would give a facelift. Identify it. Yeah, very true, Yanks. They could facelift and do that stuff. Who's the next one? MRE? I don't know. I'm not a psychic that can predict things. No, I like Vinnie Bracco. No, Vinnie Bracco's not a bad guy. The Brooklyn guy. He don't bother nobody. Thing good. Yeah, I seen the autism thing. That's good. My daughter's sister had Asperger's, going on stuff about a great cause. It is. Yeah, if you're gonna donate money, donate it to an autistic cause, stuff like that. Nice date. I don't know what that means. Oswald wasn't a part. No, he wasn't. I don't believe that. I believe what you believe, Shide Hooker, on that. I don't think Oswald was a shooter at all. Number one, he could have never made them shots. It's just he was just a patsy. He was just a patsy. Where's the gabagool? In the fridge. I only got a little bit left and some hot peppers with some provolone. Pizza is finished. He's down to 3 doors. 3 doors down? Is that a fucking band? 3 doors down. If I still would you still be my pizza man? If I was right in my head, I can't sing a song. I don't know. Hey, Kami, getting the sub for a free tour of the Titanic. Nick Capote's funny, man. Hey, Kami, free helicopter rides to Commies. Like on Scarface, free helicopter rides. No, they're not the same person. For Vinnie Bracco and Vinnie Green. No, different people. There's the Queen of Mean, missing around the chat. She is a nice person, the Queen of Mean. Even though she has a mean name, but she comes around once in a while. My son's best friend is autistic. He's starting to be a transgender. Very smart. These autistic kids are really smart. In whatever area they're interested in, they're smart. Whatever they focus on, they're fucking geniuses. My godson's older brother, right? He's a grown adult now, but he was always autistic. When he was 13 years old, he remembered a number, an 1-800-AUNT number from a commercial from 6 months ago, and he remembered the number. I'm like, no, you don't remember that. He's like, yup, and he kept spitting it out like a machine. And I called it, and God, it was the number. Like, and now he's like a mathematical genius. He's got this great job. I think he's in accounting. Like, this kid's like a genius with numbers, like genius. Unbelievable genius with numbers. Like, if he sees something, a number, he remembers that. I couldn't believe it. I didn't believe this kid. He was a little kid, and I didn't believe he remembered that. Maybe one of them. Good for him. Yeah, autism awareness. Yeah, I have a shirt. I got a black shirt that says autism awareness on it. I want to get some cool hats with it. I got my We Push Back hat. It fits the blacks, and I'll get the red. Yeah, it fits it. Project your kids. People go after them. Protect your kids. Yes, protect your names on here, because these punks will look up your families. That they're cowards. Come in here with a fake name. That's what I tell a lot of local people that watch. Tommy Boy, what's up, man? Clockwork Orange. Do you got your money on Silo or FBS? Silo. But that's never going to happen, man. That's not going to happen. What's up, Angel? That's why in chat I was saying, like dreaming and this, it's never going to happen. It's just not going to happen. I don't care what he says. It's not going to happen. He's not going to go meet in the fight. It's ridiculous. Clockwork Orange, Albania. It's a great movie. Kind of sick in ways, but a good movie. But I just don't like when they kill that woman. Just some scenes in there are hard to watch. Edmund says, God, Mother Angel, welcome blessings. Buy gold. Oh, I know people who do. I don't. Well, I have a gold chain. I got just a couple of them. I have a little one too. Sometimes I'll wear just my little one. It's real small, smaller than this one. But sometimes I like wearing just one little small one with a cross. And sometimes I'll wear these. It's like a Gucci link and some other kind. I don't know. And it's got the Blessed Mother right here. And Jesus right here. And then I got the Roman cross. It's got like little Roman things on it. And I got the horn. This has been in my family for over 100 years, this horn. My aunt, my great aunt gave it to my father's sister, and she gave it to me. So this has been in my family for over 100 years. And it came from Italy, too. Yeah, it's all theatrics. Now, I'm sure the guy Silo wants to fight him and stuff, but it's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. It actually it's just going to work in FBI's favor, just to keep his little arguments and his little things going and stuff like that. Yeah, I like the rings. What rings? I don't collect rings, really. I used to. I lost a couple of rings in the fire. I always say that. It's true, though. I lost so much. I only got one. I got this one. Just some eagle. I've had it for a while. Yeah, I only have one. I used to have two, though, years ago. I had like 3 or 4 of them, but I never wore all of them. I would only wear a couple at a time. This is years ago. But 3 of them got lost in a fire when Rudolph's house burnt down. I had all my stuff up in my room, which was the old room Scotty used to stay in and stuff, in Andrew's old room. And they all got burnt, man. You do that medieval fighting? Yeah, but but light contact. I've done some hard contact before, and it just rings your head. You get headaches. So I do light contact with it. You just dress up in armor and hit each other with peated swords or dull things, so nobody can get killed. But I've done the full. Oh, what a fun rule. Full contact, and just all I got was headaches. It wasn't fun because I went home with headaches all night. So getting hit in the head, even with a huge helmet on, your ears are gonna ring and your head's gonna hurt. You punch one of those machines. Yeah, I seen that. That was pathetic. That punch you could see that coming from Guam. You can be on Mount Rushmore and see that thing coming. Oh my god. You could telegraph that thing from a mile away. That was weird. Combat is a change. Also in here. Who would want him around? I don't know anybody. Even if he did, how could anybody that would follow someone like that would just be a repulsive human being? Someone who just lies about things like that. I've held dead soldiers while they were dead boys. I've held them on battlefields while they were dying. People who lie about shit like that shows you they're people of bad character. When you're dumb enough to trust people with bad character, you deserve it. Like, whoa, there's a trick to those machines. You hit a dead center. Exact number. Fake valve. I'm talking about Tig. Because there's real dudes who, I've had family members who was in the army. My nephews, I got one cousin that's stationed, I don't know where the hell he's stationed, but he's young. My niece's husbands, my father, even though my father got sorry discharged, but his twin brother, a lot of my family, my grandfather fought in WW2. I don't like people who lie about being in the military. It's just a bad character. It's no respect for the men who fought for this country. And it's stealing their valor. Even though it's YouTube, it's just joke. It's stealing their valor. You're trying to, and so everything he built, everything he just lied to you. It was a house built by shit, a house built by cow dung. That's why I took pride in burning down his clubhouse. Now, don't get me wrong. Tig had some funny one-liners and did some funny things. And at one point, I did like Tig. But when Tig started whispering campaigns and attacking, I'm going to burn it to the ground quick. It's the most decorated veteran the community probably has disclosed. That's right, Cantaloupe Jones. There's a lot of guys in the chat who are veterans who never talk about that stuff or brag. I didn't even know Shy Hooker, B1, any of those guys were vets, combat vets. I didn't know none of that. And those guys been watching me forever. And I've been interacting with them in the chats. Never knew that about them. Until they got offended when you got somebody stealing their valor. And stealing the Hells Angels thing too. Like, I like the 81s. They're good people, man. They've 4 tours. God bless you, Shy Hooker. Thanks for serving. God bless your brother, Nick Capone. No, I like the Hells Angels. They help a lot of people over here with their food drives, their clothing giveaways, a lot of little kids and single moms and low-budget families. They help out. So I like the 81s. And Damien's cousin's one of them. They're good people. Toy drives, you name it. Good dudes. That's why I like a lot of these biker gangs. For those reasons. They give back to the community. It's like what Raymond used to do and Rudolph and Rocco used to do. They gave back to the communities. They helped people that people would think no one would ever help them or whatever. And those are the guys that helped them. That's why I like all these stories about Raymond and all these like fake stories of him wanting to kill his brother. That's all bullshit. That guy looked out for the people in his area. I told you he bought a guy a house. He didn't even know the guy hardly. The guy got crippled. He bought him a house. Want to see something cool? These are handcuffs. Yeah, these are handcuffs from the Revolutionary War, Civil War. They're pretty cool. Now, a few of the links aren't original. See, there's a couple of links that were rigged up, but heavy duty. No, these ain't heavy duty. Not anymore. Because, like I said, the links, but they're pretty cool. This dates back to the 1800s. I used to find everything. Does the key? Yeah, the key works. How does it work? Well, the key's right here. And what you would do is you would put this down and you would bring it all the way there. And then you will see. Now it's locked. And then when you want to open it, you just take that. And it opens. Pretty. I hang them on the walls, some historical. Houdini? It depends. If he was like William H. Bonney, Billy the Kid, and he had small wrists, small hands, yeah, he could have. Had a school friend who got killed on the back of a moving Humvee in Afghanistan. Really sad. Sad to hear that. R.I.P. to your friend and his sacrifice. Yeah, Houdini had a brother, Hardin. I'm not. Nobody's really heard of him. But yeah, Houdini's brother Hardin, he was real jealous of his brother. Forget about it. Real jealous. Yeah, Boardwalk Empire. Remember that? He's like, nobody knows you because you're a fucking brother, Nucky Thompson. Hey, Eli, you know who fucking Hardin Houdini is? He's like, no. Because he's Houdini's fucking brother and no one else fucking knows. He says, so, I don't know. No, nobody else knows him either, Eli, you son of a bitch. That guy Buscemi was a character. How did Houdini die? No. Teresa Murphy, what's going on? How's Charlie doing? I love that dog. I love Charlie. She's beautiful. Such a sweet dog, too. She's awesome. If anybody likes watching dogs, make sure you sub to Teresa Murphy's channel. Check out her dog. She woke me up. Check out her channel and her dog, Charlie. And her food. It's good food. I still have to finish my rosaries. Ron Grossman agreed not so long as we calling him out for saying such full, disgusting things is a bit disgraceful. Bringing him on for she after the show the other night with them ladies. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what that means. What's up, C-Vids? What's up, man? He died from appendicitis? Really? Is that a pancreas? What's appendicitis? I'm not that smart. He got punched in the stomach and he had a ruptured spleen. Oh, his appendix. Really? I didn't know that. Do a rosary for a girl named Taylor. Yeah, hold on a minute. Let me get a pen, okay? Hold on, playing rags. Hold on a second. I got a pen. I'm gonna put it in my notebook. Give me a second. Sunday candle and Rag's friend Taylor. Prayers and candle. I wrote it down. Taylor. Prayers and candle. Candle be accepted. No, you don't have to thank me. It's an honor. It's good. You really never pray for yourself, ever. You never really say prayers for yourself. You say them for others. Well, you say, God bless me, stuff like that. Look over me when I'm asleep. If I die before I wake, it's my soul to take, obviously, but I don't go say prayers like, God, please let me win the lottery, or God, blah, blah, blah. No. I don't pray for things like that. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be mad if I did hit the lottery, which I don't play, but what's Steele Smith? D.O.T. Benedica, make no mistake. God rules above. Oh, she sure does play in rags, without a doubt. One thing I've always said, deep faith, where I know it's true. Yes, I do too, playing rags. I don't hate them though. Like, I get along with some atheists that come in here. I get along with them, and I respect their views. But I hope one day they see the light. Yeah, well, picture, man. Renee, what's up, man? God bless you and the kids. Yeah, sad with the family. I know, no joke about the submarine for sure. Just imagine thinking when you die, it's just Craig Mack. What's up? It's all black, and you're not going to see your loved ones again. I feel bad for people like that. I really do. Like, Mob Rats One, what's up, brother? Make sure if you're not subbed to his channel, give Mob Rats One a sub. He's got good content. He's always been himself since day one, with integrity and hates the stoolies. Good guy. Anthony says, I prayed to God. Well, that's nice of you to pray for her dad or her brother. I do feel bad for the sub. Yeah, me too. A father and son died together. It's very sad for those who believe in nothing. Well, Theodore Roosevelt says, far better it is to dare mighty things and take rank with those poor timid souls who know nor victory nor defeat. It means get off the fence and believe in something. Within the temperature of the sun, vaporized. They didn't feel anything. You think so, Shy Hooker? There must have been. You don't think they felt nothing? Well, because what? You think they got knocked out right away? The pressure, the blow, knocked them out right away. God, please grant me a Rolls Royce and a horse and buggy. Uncle Edwin's nuts. All right, this guy, stop being stupid, merchant dude. Or I'm gonna block you. Stop being stupid. The implosion happened so fast. So fast and stuff that they can't even comprehend what's going on. They were knocked out immediately. So at least everybody says that. And when people die, at least they didn't suffer. But it's true. You don't want no one to suffer. But yeah, they must have not known what hit them. At least they didn't suffer and get crushed and suffocate to death, because that's going to be the worst. They were in mental anguish before. I knew it happened on Sunday. The Navy knew it. Yeah, that's sad. They paid a lot of money, too. Wow, they would have died before they knew anything was wrong instantly. Well, I guess that's the best way to go, ain't it? Instead of like suffocating in some The pressure of the ocean crushed them instantly and turned them into molecules. They didn't feel anything. There's no remain after the kind of crush. Wow, there's no remains at all. Oh my God. So what, it just ripped them to shreds? It was a very risky task. They would have vaporized 30 seconds. Wow. No, Anthony, I'm with you, man. I wouldn't have went in there neither, dude. I don't care how. I'll watch the Titanic on YouTube, okay? I'm not going down there. You know, the very first submarine was an American Revolutionary War. The first submarine ever used in combat. It was called the Turtle. They went underwater, it sank, and it screwed a bomb into a British ship. It had a keg of gunpowder on it. Yeah, Shy Hooker, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the Turtle. Yep, it was a one-man little vessel. It was the first times the submarine time. And during the Civil War, they had the Monitor and the Merrimack. One of them, oh my God, one of them submarines, every time a new crew got in, you're sitting in a dead man's seat. Like 7 crews died trying to, because they had one little candle. All right, picture the navigator's in the front of this submarine, and he's got one little candle, and all the other guys are cranking the crank. All 7 men are cranking the crank to make the propeller go, and he's just got this little navigating with a candle. 7 men died in that thing before there was a successful mission or even practice drill. That's crazy. The Germans were the first to create submarines. I'm not sure about that, Uncle Edwin, if the Germans were the first. I'm not sure. The ironclads, yeah, that was the Merrimack and the Monitor and the Merrimack. You were trying to break Lincoln's Anaconda plan. The Anaconda plan was choking the South off from. It was a naval blockade of the South called the Anaconda Plan, developed by Winfield Scott and Abraham Lincoln. Really Scott, but it was to block them off and cut them off navally. But they still had blockade runners that would always run the blockades and get to Spain or England, especially Liverpool, where they were building Confederate ships and U.S. ships. You had U.S. spies and Confederate spies in England at that time. Yes, both sides were working on them. No, I wouldn't go in no submarine, dude. No. I'm not jumping in no submarine. That's for sure. Forget about it. You get crushed. You get crushed. I wouldn't want to take that chance. Now, I'd go on a cruise ship because you can always just jump on a boat. At Disneyland. Oh, was Grant with the Anaconda Plan? Oh, I thought it was Winfield Scott, because Winfield Scott was technically the first commander of the Union Army, but he was just too old. And then they tried to give it over to Robert E. Lee. They offered him command of the Union Army the day the Virginia legislature was voting on Virginia joining the Confederacy. Robert E. Lee turned it down, and they brought Grant wasn't there for a while. There was like 8 generals before they brought in Grant, but Grant was the best one. He would keep fighting. Him and Joe Hooker, fighting Joe Hooker. That's where you get the term hookers from, like prostitutes, hookers, because General Joseph Hooker always had prostitutes coming into his tents and his men in his camp. They always had prostitutes following the army. So they started being known as hookers girls. Like people are like, oh, all these girls, those are hookers girls. So they started to call them hookers. That's because of General Hooker. He always wanted prostitutes in his camp so his men wouldn't run away and nothing like that. I want your choice, Pacific European. I would have liked to bet in the Pacific. But my grandfather fought on both theaters, but I just don't much about. He died, he was murdered, and we really don't. I don't know much about his where he served and what he did, but I know he was in both theaters. I do know that. Go into that submarine or implode in space. Neither combat. Neither. Let me know. I hear you, Joey D. The Titan. I hear you, but the boats they have. They use the game controller. That's nuts. Yeah, Grant fought in the Western Theater at first. Yes. Hooker was the. Well, actually, McClellan is the one who built the Army of the Potomac. He drilled that army and built that army, but he wasn't a fighting man like Hooker. So McClellan was pissed when. Why do you think McClellan ran against Lincoln? He was pissed, but McClellan wasn't a fighting general. Now, was he a genius at building an army, drilling an army, administrative shit? Hell yeah, he was. The McClellan saddle. McClellan was a genius. They called him the Little Napoleon, but he just wasn't a fighter, But he did build that Army of the Potomac. That's McClellan's brain. That's his army. He built it, but he didn't take it and win no great battles like the others did. The Civil War wasn't about slavery. A little bit, but it wasn't. No, it was about a lot of things. And slavery was one of the things, but it wasn't just about that. And the Confederacy was going to stop slavery after the Civil War. Slavery would have been dead, maybe 2-3 years after the Civil War. If the South would have won, slavery would have been stomped out because no other countries would have dealt with them. It's inhumane. No other country. They would have had no trade, nothing. They would have definitely freed the slaves without a doubt. They would have had to, and nobody would have dealt with them. Not many people believed in a barbaric, outdated institution like that. No human being should be shackled. Put up there, Caleb Jonathan. I have to disagree. Their owners cared about them. Their owners cared about them deeply. In a lot of instances, was there vicious and brutal slave owners? Yeah, there was, but most of them actually cared and looked at them as family. That's just a fact. Go read the writings from the slaves and the masters themselves. They were looked at each other as family. Why do you think most blacks stayed in the South after the Civil War? They stayed on those places. They were like family with them people. They even fought together in the Confederacy, unlike the Union where the units were segregated in the South. The units weren't segregated. They fought side by side in the end of the war. Yeah, big time about taxes and all that stuff and the future of America, manifest destiny. There's so many things that war was about. Yeah, because there was laws. If there was if you go back and read these writings, there's slave owners that punished other slave owners for treating their slaves badly. Like even the president of the Confederacy, Jefferson Davis, was a moderate on slavery in the Confederate Senate. He was a moderate. He was someone who wanted to end it after the war. They knew they had to end it. Because like I said, nobody could have dealt with them. They would look like barbarians. That'll cry to someone. Well, Lincoln, what are you talking about? Lincoln got shot? He was shot at Ford's Theater at the play Our American Cousins by Wilkes Booth. Yes, that's true. The African tribes would fight with each other, and the winners would take those captives and sell them. That's exactly true. Mankind's done this to man. Listen, mankind always hurts mankind over the years. There's greedy people out there who will take advantage of their own, others. When you get a chance, go look into these slave ships and go see who owns them. Go look at their owners and stuff. Take you on a rabbit hole. And for the average soldier, didn't even own a slave. John Wilkes Booth was kind of moody. He was a very popular actor back then. His family were very popular actors. His father was Marcus Junius Booth. His brothers were actors. They were very popular. That's why he could walk around Ford Theater like he could, Ford's Theater. And when he shot Lincoln during the biggest laughing part of the play, but nobody questioned him. It's like Brad Pitt walking around if the president's at a movie place and Brad Pitt's walking around. Nobody's going to be like, oh, Booth was very popular. He played Caesar, did all Shakespeare's plays. He was well known. He was a household name. And that was a conspiracy anyways. They also didn't try to kill Lincoln. They tried to kill his vice president, Andrew Johnson. They tried to kill Secretary of State Stanton, the guy who had the neck brace. When he stabbed him with the neck brace, the only thing that saved him was that neck brace. They tried to decapitate the whole government. And they tried to burn down all New York. You got to think, the Copperheads in New York, there was a faction in New York called the Copperheads that were I wouldn't say pro-South, but they were pro-ending the war. Abraham Lincoln is coming up for re-election. McClellan's running against him. The Copperheads backed McClellan. They did not want Lincoln to win. So a lot of these Copperheads also helped on this conspiracy. They tried to burn down Manhattan, dude. The Arabs have been in the slave trade for going way back. Every culture's got involved in the slave trade. Not one, so many different cultures got involved in the slave trade. Lincoln had a disturbed wife. Yeah, his wife used to beat him, Squall. She used to beat the hell out of him. There's eyewitnesses reports and stuff of the wife, like blackening his eye. What year did the Moors conquer Sicily? I forget, but it wasn't conquered long, and they didn't mate with the population, like that all the propaganda says. Number one, when you conquer somebody, you don't want to rape them and torture them because you want them to follow you and pay their taxes. So they didn't go there and rape a whole population. That's all propaganda. Okay, all propaganda. 14th century, something like that, Santini. Something like that. But they didn't rape the whole population where Sicilians have that bloodline. Sicilians are mixed between the Greeks, their language is mixed between the Greek language, the Arabic language, and the Italian language. Heavy Greek influence and heavy Arabic influence on their language. That's why the Sicilian language is a little different from Italian, different. Squall, it's all cover up. Look on the news. Yeah, it's all. I wouldn't trust nothing that comes out in these news things, man. At all. Really wouldn't. New wife beat him. Yeah, Roscoe. Oh, Daniel Day. I never seen that Daniel Day-Lewis Lincoln movie. And Daniel Day-Lewis is one of my favorite actors. I loved him in There Will Be Blood. I loved him in The Crucible. Last of the Mohicans. Daniel Day-Lewis is a beast. As an actor. I don't like them as people, though. I'm not a fan of them as like human beings. I hate Hollywood people. I'm sure there's some good ones, but yeah, why is people getting timed out? Maybe by accident or something? Why are you guys? Yeah, who got timed out? I didn't see it. Yeah, don't time nobody out in case they're like doxing people or come in with people's families thing. Then it's not talks about the more. Yeah, that's all propaganda, Tommy boy. That's pure propaganda, man. It's all it's all propaganda. like I said, they wanted to rule that land. By ruling the land, you don't rape and kill and do all that. And they were very sophisticated. They weren't barbarian. People think that the Arabs and the Moors back then were sophisticated. They weren't a bunch of savages just raping and killing. They wanted to rule over these people and get taxes and shit, not fucking kill everybody. Yeah, I'm not a fan of actors. I'm gonna smoke a half of the cigarette, and I don't want people. I don't like smoking on screen. Nick Capone, yo, I am still here. Good, Nick. I'm glad you're still here, brother. Shy, who was the forefather? Abdul in Jersey. Wait, who were the two forefathers? Oh, you're talking about Aaron Burr and Alexander Hamilton. Oh, troubles in Ireland? I don't know, but if you're talking about, I don't know. I thought you were talking about Hamilton. He died in a duel. And his sons. Laws. The German tribes were savage. They didn't have codes inside the laws. They were still interbreeding. Well, they were called barbarians because they didn't understand the language. But some of them got Romanized. Spliffy, what's up? Spliffy's in the house. You Sicilian bastard, Spliffy. It's one of my Sicilian friends. I knew that bastard since first grade. Team first grade. Conan was that. Man, Conan Barbarian. He had no armor on and nothing. He just had some weird headband. It was weird. I believe that's where religious was made from, so they make people convert to paganism. So many gods. So use them for, yeah, that's convert. Well, yeah, in Europe, they made a lot of the pagans convert at sword point. And if they were caught worshiping their pagan gods, they would be put to death. They were making wood gods, Romans for fireside. Yeah, the Romans had all their gods and taxed the hell out of the church. Dan Day-Lewis, true story, name of the father. Yeah, that's it. Dan Day-Lewis is in it. True story. Yeah, I never seen it. I gotta watch that. He was great in The Crucible. I know that. I didn't see the Lincoln movie though. Honest Abe, I didn't see the Lincoln one. Higgins worshipped the seasons. Well, they worship, yeah, the seasons. They worshipped. Depends what kind of pagans you're talking about. You talk about Roman paganism. There's all different types of pagan cultures and different things. Oh, Bloody Bill Anderson, Montauk. Jesse James rode with Bloody Bill Anderson. Now, his older brother Frank rode with Quantrell, but Quantrell wouldn't take Jesse at 15 years old. He wouldn't take Jesse. So after Quantrell was gone, Bloody Bill took over, and he took Jesse at 16. Yeah, they were bushwhackers, yep. Well, bushwhackers, defending. You got to think the war in the West was a lot of family feuds, state civil wars. The war in the West was a different beast than the war in the East. It was more guerrilla warfare and shit like that. There was two theaters in the Civil War, the Western theater and the East. The East was more Napoleonic warfare and shit like that, like in the beginning of the Civil War. The West was more like guerrilla war tactics, stuff like that. And also, the Napoleonic tactics stopped during the end of the Civil War, and that's where you get World War I fighting styles like trench warfare. Because the guns are too powerful. Scottish Deborah, how you doing? The guns were too powerful for the rapid fire, people just standing up there like targets. It was just decimating too many people. So they went to the trench warfare. Like in the Battle of Petersburg. I've been to that, the crater. It was in the movie Cold Mountain. Great movie. Great scene, how they depict the crater in Petersburg, Virginia. I've been there. It's topped. They blew up a hole. The Union blew, all right. The Union blew up a hole in the Confederate lines. They had a bunch of Pennsylvania miners with them. And they had these miners dig tunnels all the way under the Yankee lines, all the way to the Confederate lines. And under the Confederate lines, as they're up there eating crackers, loading their muskets, the Union packing gunpowder under it, right? Packing gunpowder, so much gunpowder. And then they blew a hole in the line, right? But instead of going, like, as they're attacking the Confederates who just got a hole blown in their line, instead of going around the hole they blew, they went right into it, all into it, and got killed like a turkey shoot. Because here's why: politics did that. Because the division that was supposed to lead that attack was drilled for 3, 4, 5 days on what they were going to do, but they were a black regiment, and Grant didn't want to make them charge first. So if they got killed, it looks like they were throwing them in there for cannon fodder. But they should have sent the black division in because they were trained to go around the crater, not in it. So they sent these other divisions who were not trained to go around the crater, and it was fucking huge. They all went in the middle, and it was a turkey shoot. The Confederates are all on the top of their line. There's a big hole in the ground, and then there's down there, just like a turkey shoot. It was bloody and gruesome. The blood was up to your knees in blood. Go watch that. Go watch the Cold Mountain scene for it. Type it in on YouTube. Cold Mountain, Petersburg. Yeah, great Civil War movies. Shiloh is in the Western Theater. Yeah, Shiloh, Battle of Shiloh. Once they lost Vicksburg and Grant and them controlled the Mississippi River, the game was over. The game was over. Once you split the Confederacy in half, you take the Mississippi, you just split the Confederacy in half. Forget about it. It's like, it was just a matter of when they fell after that. What's up, Scott? It's Deborah, Roscoe, surrounded by left and right flanks. Yes, Santini, they were surrounded. Fish in a barrel, Tomas, exactly. The chicken shoot, man, turkey shoot. They were all down in the hole, and the CSA were up there with their thing, just decimating them. Decimation. And it was a total backfire because they didn't use the troops that were trained and drilled for 3 to 4 days on what to do. Grant was like, no, we can't send them in because it's going to look like we're sacrificing these blacks. And it's like, no, man, they were the fucking guys trained for it. Send them. But they didn't. And they regretted that, boy. Because the plan was they didn't think it was going to be that big, the crater, but still. To go around. Don't go in. Go around. I don't care if it takes you a fucking mile that way. Go around. Yeah, it was surrounded by their flanks. And that was brutal trench warfare, man. That was the first, and that's the same warfare we had in World War I. That's why the end of the Civil War and the beginning of World War I was the same type of warfare. Just more better ammunition and weapons. Weapons are just more deadlier. You can have people sitting up on a field like Napoleonic warfare, like ready, fire, poof, and just sit there and wait for a musket ball to take your head off, or some Gatling gun to rip through you and your fucking division. Yeah, the Battle of the Crater, brutal but fascinating. The matter of fact, there was a lot of Cherokee fighters fighting with the Confederacy there. Yeah, the Red Sticks. They fought. They were there also. Very fascinating stuff. But I don't want to keep this going too long. Uncle Edwin said he's going to be live later on. I don't know if I'm going to be up. If I'm up, I'll join you and Thindu, but I don't know if I'm going to be up. But hey, everybody who watched and hung out tonight, I want to thank you for hanging out and bullshitting. God bless you all. And I wrote down right over here, I will say a prayer for Taylor and light a candle, playing rags. Have a good night, Heather. Thomas, Scottish, Deborah, Brooklyn, Jim. Stay gold, Pony Boy. It's like the way you dig them sunsets, Pony Boy. Those socials, when I get them socials, there ain't gonna be no rumble without me. Rob Radhana, what's up, bro? Spliffy, Tomas, Santini, Shy Hooker, Brooklyn Jim, Roscoe. Yeah, take care. God bless everybody and your families. Teresa, God bless you. And Charlie. Make sure you go watch Charlie and sub to Charlie's channel. Heaven Mac, my buddy Heaven from Australia. Cantaloupe Jones, sub to these channels. Shy Hooker, Ma Brad Hana. All these guys got channels and they're good people. They've been loyal for a long time. Much respect to you all. God bless you. Remember, under the videos, Petey, what's up, brother? Under the videos, always hashtag We Push Back with Justice for Alan Kaiser. If you leave a comment on the video or whatever, I'd appreciate it. Montauk, good night. Edwin, see, this ain't the real Edwin. I'm going to block you. I seen you came in Edwin's chat. You were respectful, but taking his name and doing that is just telling me that you're an asshole. Why would you copy his name? You know what I mean, dude? And he's a good dude. Don't go and troll him. He's a gentleman, and everybody respects him. He's an old, good Catholic guy. That's messed up that you took his name like that. You know you're busting balls. And you know you can get away with it with him because he's a nice guy and he doesn't realize what you're doing. Or maybe he does. But what's my opinion on Billy Catolo Jr.? He's a rat, crybaby, liar, clown. He's a crybaby. Tears for fears and queers. But God bless you all and good night.